child and a yogi. What's up? It's Aaron Putnam.
And Hillary Lockwood. What's up? What's up?
What's up? James is here as usual.
Yay. Oh,
Welcome
no.
to our 15th episode. I'm
What?
talking.
15?
That's what James said.
Wow.
15.
That's great.
Yeah, we're going to do something when we go to 20. I don't know. Probably just go to 21. Isn't that how it works? Yeah. So
He's driving me insane. Do I say this every time I do? You drive me insane.
we're having a little bit, I'm telling you, I think a lot of people go through this. We're having a little difficult. This is the thing. You got to be just as nice to your ace, your number one, like you're my number one. I got to remember to treat you with the same way that I treat someone on the street always. Instead of we bicker at each other.
Okay,
sometimes.
let's be
I'm
careful
coming
about
in and out.
Let's be careful about that though, because the same way you treat people on the street, you almost got in like two fights.
I don't mean
two
those
fights
people.
last
I don't
week
mean
on
those
the
people.
street.
Oh, you mean the
So-
two guys that tried to video me? Say it again, Aaron. Say it again.
Okay, so we actually asked a cop last night if verbal assault is a thing. Guess what?
It's not.
It's not.
It's
You can't take out your phone and video someone yelling at you and call it verbal assault.
And how
It's
silly.
a joke.
The guy, this happened outside of my building. This guy was seriously like road raging, honking at me, screaming. He thinks he can scream and yell, do whatever he wants, and I'm not finally going to get out of my car. I did, and he immediately picked up his phone and started, filming me, telling me, say it again. Like, first of all, am I going to say it again after, I know that you're literally going to call 911?
You're videoing.
Oh, wow, my headphones are messed up. I don't know why. Is that a thing? Anyways, I'm going to take them off. So, so anyways, he did that. He took a picture of the license plate. I was like, dude, can't we just argue for a minute and get
So
back in our car?
also, it's always my car he's driving.
Ah,
So the license plate says Hilltop Yoga, and out comes this raging giant man who just wants to fight with
it's
everybody.
ironic, isn't it? No,
It's
Namaste.
It's not great.
No,
It's not great for business.
I'm trying to work on it, but I'm right. He was okay.
You were.
But also these days, I get it. But I wish we could get back to a little bit, maybe a little slap boxing or something. Maybe
God.
Somebody deserves a little slap box once in a while. Box their ears.
There is a gentle way to do things, though.
What I've realized, though, that I'm going to work on, if everybody that's listening, I promise. No, really, it's
No,
not.
really.
Things are not worth getting upset about. I'm telling you, because I know that I'm the worst about it, but all I do is feel horrible after. My blood is boiling, and that makes me feel like I'm literally, just out of my skin crazy. So it doesn't work. People think you're nuts. I clearly will end up, on somebody's feed doing it these days. So
There's a sutra that says just that. It says, like, when you create anger and rage in yourself, but the other person's pretty oblivious, it says it will shake up your nerves, your blood will boil, and you'll lose all your friends.
yeah, I don't know.
That's really
Well,
what
it's like a
in
few
the
years ago when
translation.
I still remember this. I lost my shit on the corner of North Ave, like over there by the Apple Store in Chicago. And I yelled and screamed, and that lady just looked at me so calm, and she goes, "You're embarrassing." and I don't want to be that guy. I don't, but I am right sometimes. But if you're the one yelling and screaming from your car seat, you're just as wrong. You know what I mean? He didn't think I was going to get out of my
You're
car,
a
though.
baby.
Just the feeling just to snatch someone right out of their seat, though, like in the movies.
Okay, let's not do that. Jesus.
Yeah.
So we went to Mexico. We went to Maya Tulum first. This was an experience to have had with Aaron for sure.
Okay. Well, this is the problem. So, yoga retreat is synonymous with cheap food. That's masked as healthy. Yeah, give me rice and beans and bananas and charge me $1,000 a night. So, long story short, we had to blow a deposit that we couldn't get back, and so that's why we went there. A couple things. We went in the off season, which means the reason it's off season is because when there's mosquitoes and you don't see any Mexicans walking around that live there, it's because the weather stinks. So I was getting eaten alive, and we had to blow about $1,500, but we couldn't do that easily because there was about 4 things to eat on the menu.
Yeah, like 9 quesadillas.
I just kept eating quesadillas. I can't even have a
3
quesadilla
days.
again.
2 days, yeah, like 9 quesadillas.
And I don't drink, so I mean, 5 years ago, I just would have been annihilated. I just would have, probably would have got arrested actually. But
So
go ahead.
here's where I am with this whole thing. I feel like you can always make the best out of a situation. You just can. And if you really can't, so it got to the point where I felt like we were definitely going to get divorced, and that's when we moved. But I feel like I learned a lot about myself. And better or worse, whatever. When I was little, my dad made me camp. I remember like camping in the rain and putting trash bags on because we didn't have rain. Like, it was stupid and I hated it. And I don't want to feel that ever again.
Right.
So it's really the truth. Don't pick me to be on your team for Survivor because we will die. We'll die.
That are amazing race.
So we got to this place and the weather wasn't that bad. It was rainy and the ocean was kind of seaweedy, but I was making the best of it. But I have a couple of problems, and I don't claim to be a world traveler, but toilet paper goes in the toilet.
Yeah.
I have a really hard time putting
Poopy toilet paper.
Dookie toilet paper in a trash can.
Well, especially this
next
is the thing.
To me. It's hard for me. It's weird.
Okay, well, this is the
Sorry,
problem.
it just is.
The amount of money that they're charging, they cannot build. They can make it look like a hut on the outside, but for that kind of money, the inside actually has. It's got to be oh, guess what? It's not really a hut. It's a hotel room. With especially the plumbing, because you can have indoor plumbing there. They prove it at the resorts in Cancun, where you can flush the toilet paper. This is how I get around that, and I know this is probably bad, but I kind of go with everybody else is putting it in the trash can, so I get to wipe my butt and put it in the toilet. You know what I mean? So that's me. So hopefully,
I still follow the rules because
liar. You do not.
I did follow the rules.
Well, I don't know. I
didn't like it.
I mean, I can't do it, but
Also, I've never been anywhere where there had to be a mosquito net on my bed, and so I had to text a bunch of people because that made me very uncomfortable.
No, because instead of just taking it off, you had to be sure that it wasn't there for deadly tarantulas or something, which is insane.
I did. I had to make sure because I'm scared of deadly tarantulas.
But if I would have been doing yoga, it would have been different. But I wasn't, and we came there to relax, and they said, "Oh, you can spend all the money." We did have some great spa treatments, amazing.
We did.
I mean, for me to get sick of being massaged, I was like, I don't want another. I didn't want anyone to touch me. I was like, I have mosquito bites. I have 9 quesadillas in me right now, and it's just I need to change.
He had so many mosquito bites.
And then,
so mosquitoes do not like me at all. They love him. I feel like after the first night, because there was no real inside space except for the bungalows. So we, even the restaurant was kind of outside, inside. I feel like he came into the room with giant welts. He kept itching his back and was like, "Is this one bad?"
No, but yeah, because not even not round welts. How do you get long, skinny mosquito bites?
Yeah,
Is that one that kind of dragged its teeth across my back? I mean, what the
teeth?
Really? What do mosquitoes have?
It has what do you call that?
Besides AIDS.
James, what is that thing called?
What thing?
The pointy thing on the mosquito.
The proboscis.
Do you really know that?
James.
Yeah. Dude, I thought she was kidding. Wow, James. Awesome.
Check
Check out the brain on James.
Check out the brain on Brad. Is it called the same thing on a butterfly?
Yeah, it's kind of like an arm. It's the same thing.
Ugh, they stink.
Stuff,
I mean, I don't know why they like me. I thought they liked me before because I was filled with vodka, so there's tons of sugar, and so they like the sweet sweat. I don't know.
They like
you.
They
just like me. Anyways, I don't like being bit. We had an okay time though, right? I mellowed out.
We did. So we then moved to Cancun to the Marriott Resort. And yeah, of course that was great. The ocean was not as shooken up there as well, so it was really blue and super clear, and the weather cleared up for us, which was amazing as well because that was kind of my birthday vacation. So
happy birthday, Yogi Hilly.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I had my yoga birthday yesterday. 30 years on my mat.
Jeez,
30.
People are gonna wonder how old you are if you keep saying that.
So young.
So young.
So
I was
young.
3 when I started yoga.
So yoga ages you backwards.
Ages you backwards, like Benjamin Button. Was that the way he did it?
Well, yeah, because Benjamin Button started as a super old man.
Somehow Brad Pitt managed
This
to.
keeps coming up in.
Well, because it's it's funny how Brad Pitt.
Ouch.
I like the Brad Pitt anyways, but he'll come in the
You like
movies.
the Pitt?
No matter what, he's like,
like
you
the
know what?
Pitt,
He
too.
makes sure that he has like cool shit to wear. He's like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have an Indian motorcycle. This jacket costs $9 million.
True.
But he did turn into a goblin eventually, or he started out as a goblin.
He started out as an old man and turned into a baby.
And then the lady he loved ended up being like feeling kind of rapey because he was like a child. Right?
Well, only for a certain amount of time.
I forget the movie.
Because he grew very quickly. Or got
Worst Brad
young,
Pitt movie ever,
anyways.
Meet Joe Black. What a piece of shit that movie was.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that's why.
Was that the one with Anthony Hopkins?
Yep.
We
And
do talk
Claire
about movies
Florentine
a
or
lot.
whatever.
Oh,
I don't know why we talk about movies. So
yeah.
yeah,
Movies are great.
So another thing with Mexico, it's like, we were both so busy to leave at that time. It's just I hate to sound ungrateful, but honestly, I could have not been there and been. I had so much going on that getting back was like, and that's why I needed internet too. I mean, I don't care what anyone says. Like, yeah, it's nice to be out in the beach all day. At night, it's time to regroup. Get a nice shower, get some nice thread count sheets. And again, with the TVs in the hotel, what did they have? Oh, they had a smart TV. I was right back in my living room.
So
Mexico outside, inside, back in the house.
this all would have been, Maya Tulum would have been amazing, I think, if I had been with someone else that was a yogi, because the studio was really beautiful and the people were so sweet. The people were so sweet everywhere we went.
Yeah.
I would definitely go back for sure.
I know, and I
not to
chilled
that
out.
resort, but I would definitely go back to Mexico. It was,
And I
yeah,
chilled
I
out.
loved it. You did. We ended up having a pretty decent time. But then, yeah, we were both crazy busy, and it was hard to relax because we both felt like we're in the middle of all these things that are up in the air. And yeah, we came back to just a shitstorm and
Trying to buy an apartment.
Yeah, we're looking all over Chicago. Not really. We're looking at our. We're trying.
Trying to live in one area, and you realize how much
Trying to look at
everything
our
is a pain in the ass. Everything worth a shit is going to take work, and there's like lots of things to look into. And I'm starting to realize that you have to do the due diligence, otherwise you end up getting duped on.
Yeah, we did see a beautiful apartment today, though. So we'll see. Relationships are really difficult, just in general.
Yeah.
And I think for anyone that's in one of them, you know this, but then you have the added element of essentially two entrepreneurial people as well that are very busy, and we only make money when we're working, really. But also then you throw in the mix of teenage kids and two households. It's been really difficult lately, yeah.
That's why we're sitting next to each other this
It
time.
really is why we're trying to
One, so I can like be affectionate to my lady, but also in case I say something really inappropriate, she can dig right into my.
or just punch him because
we're right next to each other. For those watching live, no, I mean, so things have been just kind of serious. Like I think I mentioned before that my dad was sick. My dad did pass away, and you know what? I'm still waiting for the foot to drop. Because I don't. I'd like to think that I'm not blocked on it, but I've had some weird little dreams, anxiety ridden, kind of like, it's weird. It's like he's gone. You can't pick your parents. You really can't. But like, no matter how big of a whatever, negative impact or whatever, they're your parents. It's tough. So it's just been it's been weird, and I'm just trying not to close myself off because I might have tricked myself into thinking like that I'm good, but it's also, I will say, you are more resolved, in my experience, resolved of something if you've just been going through it for a long period of time. As far as like, he's been out of my life, he continually was basically just trying to kill himself. That's what you do when you're, drugs and alcohol. He died when he was 67. That's really young. Yeah. I mean, but that's what's in store for you if you're, if you don't stop drinking, if you're an alcoholic. And so that part of it was just kind of like, one, it just like made me super, like I had a show. So basically, like, me and Bobby Kelly were on the road, and Saturday night before the head show's Friday night, and then Saturday night, I got the call at 5:30, and I'm like, oh fuck, what do you do? So we talked. I calmed down, and I had a really great set. I was gonna even talk about it, but I was kind of doing really well. So I was just kind of like riding that wave, and I didn't want to like bring it up like, my dad died, like, can I get a laugh, whatever. But it's like, I'm working on, it's like, because definitely the stage is the place to talk about it eventually, because there's something in there where it's like, I can bring up all the crazy shit that he did. And now it's like, maybe he doesn't, there's something in the works with it for me for sure. But it was weird. It's done. I had to yell at my mom on the phone right away because certain people like to air laundry, I guess, or whatever. She did it out of love. She just was worried, but she just wanted to post something because, obviously people she grew up with knew my dad, and she was married to my dad for a very short time. But it is what it is. But I definitely recommend, being cool with your parents. They gave you life and stuff, and I think that's how it was. I think I had already been cool with them. I wasn't trying. I don't think I'm holding anything in, but I also think that I need to probably sit for a minute and give a little bit more, like think of some good things that he did instead of just kind of not thinking about it, because I used to just think about everything because I was a drama queen, I was drunk all the time, and I'd be all emotional about everything. But also there's a way of just like keeping busy and not hitting it, and I don't want it to sneak up on me and then I just flip out one day. But
well,
R.I.P. Billy Putnam,
Yeah.
So
I do feel that's what happened with all that anger, though. I think those two confrontations were
for sure.
because of the need to process. We have to be able to process our grief.
I definitely want to get into therapy. Like as soon as we get back on a PPO. What's up to a PPO? If anyone has a recommendation on some good health insurance, it's open enrollment coming up in November. But we're looking for a good mental health aspect since we're so physically pristine. We need to get our minds clean.
Are we?
I don't know.
Are we so physically pristine?
I think so. I think I'm good. But you're right about me getting angry though. Like, because it's true. If I'm dealing with something, I'm your huckleberry. You want to take the low road? I'm right there. Like,
I don't know what that means. Oh,
you don't
okay.
know?
I got
Do you ever see Tombstone?
Yeah.
I'm your huckleberry. No, it's like I'm your boy. You want to get nasty? I'm here.
I'm going to be really honest about something. When you said huckleberry, my head
Dingleberry?
immediately went to dingleberry.
Because I'm always picking my ass.
And I was like, why would anyone want anyone else to be their dingleberry?
I'm getting better though because I'm getting better though because
for real.
no, I'm getting okay. Anybody that digs up their
sounds like a pain in my ass.
Okay, no one's gonna admit it, but everybody digs
up.
up their butt a little bit sometimes. But I'm getting better when I go, man, I like these sweatpants. I'm not gonna,
You are my dingleberry though. You are my giant pain in the ass.
That sounds like some corny vow.
Just something that clings.
I'm going to say this in our vows. You're my dingleberry. Love you, boo.
Okay, first of all, no one would ever say that in their vows. And if they did, they definitely should not be getting married.
I don't know. People get married and divorced all the time, baby.
I've seen lots of really weird wedding ideas lately.
Oh, why? Who's getting married?
Like Renaissance weddings. And there was one, I saw like a Disney-themed wedding.
Nerds.
Pictures on Instagram.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want to be invited to anyone's wedding.
I know you don't like weddings.
I know, yeah. Everyone just gets hammered.
Yeah. Well, I like certain weddings because if I like the person, I want to be there. I want to be there to support them as, like
yeah, for sure.
a unit,
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm trying to be, my goal by next podcast, hopefully next week, is to actually have worked on myself a little bit where I'm not losing my shit. I'm pretty whiny lately, but like in an aggressive way. Nothing like an angry baby. You know what I mean?
No, it's really bad. He's really an angry baby. He's a giant angry
But I tell you,
baby.
it does feel so good in the moment. Even though it's because I'm controlling the situation where for the most part, people are just basically engaging, but even though I'm like, but they're letting me do it. Like there's a sick part of you that's like, I'm taking this moment to lose my shit, but not with anyone that I care about.
So here's the thing. I feel like a lot of us experience that as younger people. You're supposed to be able to grow out of that.
Yeah, grow up, Aaron.
No, man-child, right? But no, I get it. I do. And then I think we all need ways to cope with those moments, though.
Yeah, people. That's why people drink and smoke weed, and I don't do either. So look at me,
right
over here. But I'm trying for sure.
You are. It's true.
But yeah, I mean, just life. Just this is the thing for me, and I don't know about you, baby, because you know you don't have my addiction stuff, but part of being sober is that you have to show up for everything, and I avoided most things by just being like, miss that, you know. It's like
Right.
and that's the thing is like, and when you're present, you just know the things seem to happen more because it's kind of it gets into your lane because you're able to deal with it, and that's cool. But it's like, I mean my phone, if family members that are just like, call me back right now, it's an emergency. It's like, really? Just spit it out. It's like I cannot have these cliffhanger. It's like I want everyone to be okay right now. Like
Yeah.
that's really what I need. I need everyone to be okay. I don't need any bad news. I want everyone to be happy, and I need to grind. I need to do what I'm doing, and I can't, like, you know, it's just like being on the road, and like I said, like being on the road and having your, you know, that I knew that ball was gonna drop. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I did too.
it's just like, and then we're coming back from Mexico. My mom with that text message. I'm like, Jesus Christ! It's like,
But
I don't
here's-
want to get into that.
But here's the thing. I feel like
My butt's falling asleep. Sorry.
the universe throws shit at you when you're actually prepared to deal with it. So
I guess.
I mean, I do. I think at this point, you know, you're strong enough, and they really do rely on you to be a source of strength. So
Right. I mean, honestly, it's like as you get older too. I mean, things just kind of start happening too. I mean, I'm prepared for all that, but
we're
I
not old.
did
Don't say older.
older
Than what?
Anyways, just having things in my life.
Than
I mean,
dirt.
like I have more responsibility than what I'm going to
Older.
put on my cheeseburger and what I'm going to do later. You know what I mean? Yeah, obviously,
do.
and other people do too. So
Everyone does, though. That's the thing. So, anyways, this was said in a workshop that Eva, one of my sweet teachers, did in the studio. And we had a sweet little student that was there. And she said, one of my mantras in the morning is to constantly say to myself, if I'm suffering, so is everybody else. And if I'm joyful, so is everybody else. And if I'm sad, so is everybody else.
is that good?
So that I can be on the train and think of myself as the same, as they're the same as me, I'm the same as them, so that there's less separation. Because I think in the mix of separation, there's fear and there's anger and there's ego. And I don't know, I think we all suffer. Everyone suffers. And I think we have to recognize that we're all going through the same stuff. I mean, believe me, there are moments I want to have real confrontation with people. And I have always been a confrontational person. Always. A little pit bull. I'll come at you.
Calm down.
No, it's true. But I think the more you recognize that that's a reaction, my defense reaction out of fear or anger or frustration. And as soon as we learn those patterns, we learn to figure out how to begin to change them.
That brings you. Go ahead.
I'm less reactive. I'm still reactive, but I'm less reactive.
Well, someone that I very, very much look up to, my really good friend Perry. It's like, I mean, I used to think I was alpha. Perry's alpha because he's calm. He doesn't move until he has to. He's thoughtful, always respectful, but he'll turn you out quick if he had to. But that's an alpha to me. I used to think being an alpha was, you know, not that I wanted to be an alpha, but I just whatever. Right. I strive to be like him because he doesn't talk too much. He's always listening. Yeah. He always has something to say that makes sense, and I don't. So that makes sense. But whatever. I'm trying to be a better person, but I'm not trying to get crazy. You know what I mean? I just want to be happy.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Stop fidgeting with my leg, girl. We're not going to sit next to each other anymore.
Yes, we are.
You like it, huh?
Yeah, I do.
Except for
I do. I like to.
Should have got you a White Claw before I started, so you were a little.
I've never ever had a White Claw. I don't even know what that tastes like.
Just other spritzer.
Is it good?
It's so good.
It's like a white wine.
You would love it.
It's a white wine.
It's really good.
Is it just like the cans of bubbly rosé? Probably pretty much.
Yeah, it tastes like one of these, like a Dasani sparkling water.
All my friends.
It's got a little bite to it though.
A little bite though.
Yeah.
My friend
Take
Katie.
the edge out.
My friend Katie Jo loves them.
Happy birthday, Katie Jo.
Happy birthday, Shane.
Happy birthday, Shane.
Shout out Libras. What? Scorpio /
This is a pretty internal episode. I think we're talking to people like they're all listening.
I know.
Maybe they're all.
Hopefully they are listening. Yeah. All right, so I guess we have to go get some White Claw. So that James, you should stock that up for me.
The
for
claw is the law,
podcasting.
man. I'll get you some.
Well, this is the thing too. It's like people are making fun of
Oh,
it.
shit.
People are making fun of it enough that means that a lot of people are drinking it. I saw
Really?
a dude walking down the street with a case of it on his shoulder or whatever. Like he was
Probably
not like
me.
he was not like trying to hide that shit. James is like it was probably me.
James had one on each shoulder.
Oh yeah,
But,
stack them high.
Ah,
Hell
shit.
yeah. You know, it's like a little wine, a little bubbly, a little carbonation for sure.
I do like all of those things. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for a new drink, like a new I gotta quit drinking so many Pellegrinos. I'm looking to get a little more creative. Might get a little splash of cran in there, maybe.
Yeah, you like your lemon juice in there. So, the other day we are at one of our favorite places, and the guy that served us, he knows us pretty well, and he brought over what looked exactly like a shot.
It looked like
It was
for,
in a
for all
shot
you
glass.
people that know bartending or whatever. It was in a tube shot glass, and it basically looked like a kamikaze. So it looked like lime juice, vodka, whatever. And it sat next to me, and I go, "Oh, it looks like a shot." And Hillary's mortified that I
I
ordered
got
a shot.
super triggered. Yeah, I did.
So you still are kind of nervous that if Frank the Tank's going to come back out, as they said in old school.
Okay, so
I've been rude before and said, just to be mean, I've said maybe I'll go get drunk right now, and I don't do that anymore because that's
you
mean.
don't do that anymore. Yeah. I have more trust now in that space than I ever have with us.
Right.
So I don't feel that fear. I mean, even when your dad had passed, I knew you had to get on stage. I knew you had a show. I had a small second where I got a little nervous about it, where I did.
Right.
I felt in my belly, shit, make sure this goes the right way.
This is the thing that
No, I mean, I don't think.
yeah. Well, the thing that I've come to realize, and I hope the people that know me know this too, but it's like I'm pretty stubborn, and when I wanted to drink, I was going to drink, and now I don't want to drink.
I know.
So the best thing that anyone can hope for is that I don't want to do what they. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That falls in line. Hopefully, what you want me to do is what I want to do, because
Right.
that's why it's good. If I don't want to do it, it's going to be another situation, and I hate that about I mean, I like it, but it's also, it's man, I just have a different. I really feel. I mean, I have to work on it, but when you have, as they call a spiritual awakening, meaning like I actually started to give a shit about myself enough that I kind of saw the other side of it. So I don't know, I'm not, anything is possible, but I know that it's a whole different story. Cause there was a time in my life when I to think about not being able to drink to make me not feel anything was like not an option. And now
Right.
it is. I mean, it's like I proved it to myself. So
Yeah.
it is different. So I can say you do turn inside out. Like you definitely can completely change who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But still be a piece of shit and work on that.
No.
Not a piece of shit. I'm a little
No,
bit.
I mean, I think now we have to deal with like anger.
Well, now what
and
it is, it's
just
like,
being,
I prove
you're not even that angry. That's not even the right.
I can be a little mean.
You're very snappy. Yeah, it's like you say mean things.
Trying not to.
Yeah, you say.
Well, because
mean
that's the
things.
thing, people. Verbal abuse, not as bad as knocking your old lady out, as they say, but right, verbal abuse
Good
is
luck
bad.
with that,
I don't
by the way,
verbally
but-
abuse. It's like I think we bicker sometimes, and it gets to the point. Like I saw a really. It's just the thing is you get familiarity breeds contempt. William Shakespeare. But Willie Shakes. No, but it's like we have to remember to treat each other. Just the common decency when that slips out of a relationship. Sometimes they're like just the way me and my stepson were fighting. It's like we were both talking to each other. One, of course we both went for the the way you start ripping on someone as you go for the jugular would
Oh
he told me to go get another Hot Pocket. It's like, yeah. So all of a sudden I went from, dude, you're not overweight to like, oh, we're arguing. But the thing is, I also, I was also immature about it when I shouldn't have been. But it's like I was right. I will admit that. But it's hard
He
for me.
always thinks he's right. It doesn't matter.
No, but
what
it's like
about.
I'm not the teenager, so I'm supposed to be bigger than that. But also,
That's an
but
amazing realization.
My point is that we need to speak to each other with decency. Even I know them that well. That's not a reason to treat them less than you would someone that you're going through what do they call, not the metro, the CTA with or whatever. You got to be nice. It's like we got to treat each other. And sometimes we get a little snappy.
Yeah. I mean, it's tremendously important to pay attention and love the people that you love.
Yeah, I'm going back to therapy. I can't afford it right now, but I want to go back and like just dump on somebody. But because it's coming out here sometimes. But we're all trying. We're all trying to be good people. God, my ass is asleep right now. Totally, my butt cheek, my butt cheek. I can't feel my left ass.
Sorry.
I have two asses.
I can feel my ass. We all have two asses.
Probably has something to do with my circulation, right?
Yeah, and it's the slump and the sit.
Yeah.
The slump sit.
Anyways. But things are jamming. I don't know. We're what are you thinking, baby? I mean, there are lots going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I don't know. I'm trying to stay calm. I'm trying to ride the wave.
Ride the wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because regardless, you're going to get caught in it. So I'm hopefully being patient enough to allow all of these things that I need to happen, to allow them to happen. And I believe that the timing will be right. I don't know what else my first job as a human being is to be a mom. And sometimes, that is more challenging and more difficult than other times. And
it's hard.
But it is my absolute number one priority. And I need to make, I feel like right now I need to create I have a deep, deep space, and anyone who's a parent knows that feeling, but I need to create a space to let my kids kind of liberate themselves and find their way, but also make sure that they know that the wall, the rock, however they see me is still and always here. So it's difficult when they're this age, It's I have to let them go and figure it out a bit, but
I guess
that sucks.
But that's because you and I need to stop fighting about your kids, and that's what we're trying to do. But this tell me if this is how you felt, because I feel like my perspective from the other night when we had this blowout with all that stuff. I feel like it was good, even though they ended up turning on me, that they needed you right then, and you guys reconnected.
We did.
I would rather have the three of you connected,
Yeah.
and they can think whatever they want of me right now, even though they know that I'm good with them and whatever. Because I think there was a disconnect, and all of a sudden you got to be Mama Bear again, and that's fine. And I got to go fuck off for 2 days and go home with my dogs or whatever needed to happen. Because people do need their space sometimes.
It's true. That's
true. But it's like I really
Yeah.
felt like that. It was like, because it's true. I am not their biological father. I do not have the same kind of, like you said, like you don't know that kind of love until you're a parent. And that's what it is. And I think you guys needed to, whatever it was, I don't know, you guys, had dinner together, connected. Aaron's a piece of shit, whatever. I don't know.
No, that did not happen,
You know what I
actually,
mean.
but we did have dinner together.
You know what I mean.
I think the hardest part in being a step, which I've never been, is that me as the mom, my kids have to now and always come first, no matter what. They will always come before my job, my relationship, my whatever it is. If my kids need me, then I need to show up, and it's just
of course.
It's just what
I think there's a really fine line between. I know stepdads that one, it's manipulating that they come into a family. Those guys, be wary of any guy that's like I'm coming in, I'm gonna save this family. Those guys,
Right.
and they pick some train wreck of a woman with their 2 kids that really
Jesus
no, it's true. Well,
Asshole.
how else we gonna eat if we don't let Daryl live here? Some shit like that. You know what I mean? Those ones. You ever see that movie with De Niro with Leonardo DiCaprio when he's such a fucking asshole?
Yeah.
No, I want to be the stepdad that's like, bro, Jordan 3s, I got you. I want us to be friends, but I also don't want to be disrespected. But I realize that I bring a little bit of my I don't need to care so much about the outcome. I just need to be behind you, supportive. You know what I mean? That's most important.
Absolutely.
Because I get a little bit sometimes where I'm like, I want them to do what they're supposed to do so bad that I'm trying to a rubber band, they're pulling farther away, and we don't have a lot of problems. But it's also I just, it's like at the end of the day, me getting, making them feel like they need to like push back or whatever is not helping anything.
No.
And I know that, but it's like again, I am right about certain things, but it doesn't mean that I need to prove them. Say, I told you, Hillary, I'm right. They are doing this. They are doing that. It's like, you don't need that. And that causes trouble. Is there a book out there on how to be like be that stepdad that's always right behind the mom? I don't know. Whatever. You like all that behind, don't you? You do. Everything becomes like a sex thing.
I wasn't going to say anything about it.
I said behind you and he.
Okay. That was creepy what you just did, by the way.
It's Halloween time.
Okay.
No, I love your boy. I
know
so
that,
much.
and they love you, and we all love each
and
other.
whatever, dude, it's so. My stepdad was never. When I think about it, he used to do stupid shit though. But he had me when he knew me since I was 2 years old. So
Right.
he used to spin me around until I was scared and stuff. That I was kind of scared of him in a lot of ways, but like in kind of a weird thing. It's like I don't know. I don't have a ton of great memories, but I also know that he was a good guy. It's just who knows. It's just like I just try to make sure that I'm a positive influence on them. I know when they're not taking my advice, and I wish they would, but
that's what I'm saying. People have to learn their own lessons sometimes.
let's be honest. The thing we really
just-
don't want, we don't want to be in our 50s like taking care of two grown men
We're
because
not
they're
gonna
your
be.
kids. No, if they needed your help, you would. If they needed you to literally
Yeah,
support
of course,
them,
that's all parents.
Let
though.
me ask
That's
this.
the job.
if they're in their 30s and they literally don't have jobs, you're going to support them.
I don't think that would ever happen.
You
by
know
the
what I
way.
mean, though?
But I'm
think
just
of
saying,
the
I
thought
don't
of
think that
people
would ever
enable
happen.
their children that long. You know what I mean? That can happen.
Okay, well, I don't think
That's
that
my
would ever
nightmare.
happen. My boys don't have that makeup, so
Yeah. So that's all.
I'm just saying. Anyways,
Yeah. What's wrong with talking about that?
nothing.
No, see, you're right next. You look so mad at me right now. No, you know what? I don't know what it's like to be, like you said, that kind of feeling of your own children, right?
Yes,
And I need to be more patient.
you need to be more patient and do yoga.
It's not always about yoga.
It is actually.
No, I do need yoga. I need it for many reasons. One, that my ass is asleep right now. That's probably a circulation
Do
thing.
you want a butt pillow or something?
No, I just
don't
need-
treat him like he's 90. That's not okay.
Could I get a butt pillow,
My
please?
God. Oh, speaking of 90, so I sleep with my glasses on
Oh my God.
because
I make love with my
am
glasses on.
blind. No, I don't. Because I'm blind and I wouldn't be able to identify my attacker. That's the truth.
That's the truth. But I'm next to
It's
you.
actually
So-
really, really smart.
No, for real.
It's really smart.
So
She listens to too many of those podcasts, though. He
I
came
do
in my
listen
window.
to murder podcasts. I do. I love murder podcasts, and like Cold Case, it's terrible. So I fell asleep right before Mexico. I fell asleep really hard, clearly on my belly, and ended up with like a cut
shit.
that was like the rim of my glasses. That's a 90-year-old.
You crack me up with the glasses on
Dude,
because
it's so
okay, I mean
bad.
whatever. So sexy time, and sometimes she'll just feel like I want to crack up when you decide to take your glasses. You're like, let me put my glasses.
I do. I tuck him and put
And
him
then she
under the
puts her
pillow.
glasses behind the pillow before the session. And I'm like, oh, she's taking her glasses off. It's
I'm
getting
like,
serious.
I don't want my glasses on.
She's taking her glasses
For
off.
2 reasons. One, I don't need to see that. And 2,
Oh, boom.
God is it?
just
Doesn't it
kidding.
look bigger if I have the glasses
Off.
off?
Yeah, there's a blur around.
It's a blur.
Yes,
Is that a
gets wi-
penis?
Everything gets wider.
No, but it's just funny how you take this. And also when you're sleeping though, when you kind of have them, I'm like, baby, how are you? And she'll go, you guys can't see this, but they'll be a little crooked. She's like, what time is it? I'm like, oh my god.
Why are you making me sound like
You
that?
get a little like, hey. That's your voice.
Okay. My glasses are all crooked. And, well, you know what? I would be the one that would see them coming first.
I would never. I don't sleep light. Do I sleep light?
No. You don't sleep heavy.
I
You
think-
sleep
I
light.
think will you film me sleeping one night? I want to know what's really going
Oh,
on.
it's so horrible.
How horrible do I look? Is the belly out and everything?
It's like Hitchcock.
No, really that big?
Yeah. Oh, was that mean?
Are you saying my gut is that high when I'm sleeping?
No. So, no. I rewind.
This is what I want to. Okay, just
But also,
not just to be funny. I want some truth in here. How do I look when I'm
was telling
sleeping?
the tr- I'm
Am
not
I
answering this
am I
question.
ripping ass?
I
all
feel
night?
like I'm going to, get in
I
trouble.
fart all night.
It's all night, and you snore, and your mouth is wide open, and sometimes your eyes are a little bit open.
No way.
A little bit, like
Okay,
half.
I want
like
you to film.
half.
I want you to film me sleeping. I want you to film me sleeping.
It's not great.
That's what I want to see. And I also want to get that new.
Nobody looks pretty when they sleep.
There's some kind of thing, like kind of like
I
a.
do, but-
It's kind of like a Fitbit or
Just
something
kidding.
that I don't know. Rogan was talking about on his podcast, but it's like it really tracks like
Your
the worst
sleep
thing, like your
patterns or
sleep.
something?
Like I mean, I don't think any of us are really sleeping,
Well, I have not been sleeping well at all. No,
but
I
you
haven't
you
been.
know because you're like awake. You say.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I'm
saying that
awake.
when you're like you think you're sleeping 8 hours, you don't even remember dreaming, and then this thing tells you slept for 40 minutes or something.
Right.
It's like what?
Right. That's not great.
I don't know. So I'm working
Yeah.
on that.
No, you sleep. You sleep though. Like when you fall asleep, you sleep.
I haven't been taking any
Through
sleeping
pretty
pills
well.
either
It's
because they
good.
make me feel like I ate a bag of nickels. So if you can come up with a
Yeah.
sleeping pill that doesn't taste like someone shoved like 25 cents in my mouth.
Gross.
Ugh.
Remember when Christian swallowed a nickel?
Did I remember that? Was that around when I was
Yeah,
around for
he
that?
swallowed a nickel.
That was when
he
I- not
actually
when I was a-
swallowed. No, it was a quarter. So he had just a bunch of change laid out, and he just was trying the different denominations, I guess, like
When
a
he was a
nickel,
young child?
a penny. No, he wasn't even that young. He was like 11 or 12.
I was around.
I think so. I feel like, anyways.
I
don't
think
know.
I would have not.
But
I would have
he
left if I would have.
finally, his final straw was to swallow a quarter. So he had to take him to the emergency room. They took an X-ray, and you see the quarter. in his-
Shit out 52 cents.
Yeah, and they were just like, "You're just gonna have to wait for it." So he was so excited that he got to just look at his poop all the time to find a quarter. Stupid
I
little
wish that. That's so
shit.
sweet. That really
Oh
is.
my god.
My-
And of course, I'm the mom I'm not the mom that's like, oh, it'll just go through. We'll just wait for it. I'm the mom that's like, we're going to the emergency room.
See, that's
it
the
can
time.
perforate your colon.
That's one of the times when my mother would have said, "Are you a fucking idiot?" That's what she would have said.
Yes.
And you'd have to be like, "Yes,
Yes.
I am." Anyways,
It was pretty hilarious. All right. I'm starving to death.
you're starving.
Yeah, I'm starving.
All right, guys. I hope everyone liked this podcast. We kind of just shot the shit. I don't know.
I like it
Mexico.
when we shoot the shit.
Baby, what do you got coming up?
Braincast is coming this weekend. Chicago has 2 spaces left. I don't have anyone on the wait list right now. So if you're thinking about it, get into the studio.
It's not sold out. I thought you had just two
Hilltop-
left,
Well, we had 2 that had to cancel. So we have
and they don't get their money back.
we have 2 spots left. And I will credit them if those spots fill, by the way. So
Right on.
anyways, Brian's amazing, 40-year yogi, my friend. I love him. He speaks to the practice the same way I do. He speaks to it as if it's real life, because it is. He speaks to it in a real way, makes it very, very tangible and very applicable for the way that we live in the world. So super sad he's not going to be on the podcast. His flight gets in too late. So, well,
that's
we'll
right,
do it.
bummer.
Yeah, we'll do it another time. He comes around all the time. So, Grayson Clark is where Hilltop Yoga is in Chicago. And then he'll be in Lansing on Saturday and Sunday. And again, it's hilltopyoga.com. Lansing does still have space because we capacity at 80. So, yeah, get on the list.
All my dates, aaron-putnam.com. I will be at Laugh Factory this Thursday, 8 o'clock, and then I'll be in Lansing, Michigan, Salsa Parlor Friday, and also some other show. It's all on my website. And then Nate Burrows is coming with me. We are going to Cincinnati to Taft's Brewing, and then Comedy by the Bridge in Louisville. That's Friday and Saturday, the 8th and 9th. And then everything else is on my website. Got a lot of stuff coming up, booked all winter. So come see me, all right?
Teacher training. I want to bring up teacher training.
Do
So
it.
200-hour teacher training in Lansing starts January. So if you're starting your yoga journey, get those applications in. Also, if you are a 500-hour teacher already, I've added 750 in 2 pieces, which will eventually take you to 1,000 hours. The 750 also begins in January in Lansing. So get those apps in.
And lastly, Man Child and the Yogi beanies are coming out, and we're going to get a Patreon, and those are going to be selling, so you're going to get one of those. It's a nice little easy start to
Some
merch.
merch.
All right?
All right, I'm bored with you.
I'm bored with you, too.
I love you.
I love you, baby.
Out.